after a closed-door meeting between Goodluck Ebele Jonathan and Peter Obi, Nigerians are beginning to ask serious questions. What is really going on? Why now, and what does this mean for 2027? Well, speculations are flying everywhere, even within opposition parties. But for now, Jonathan has not publicly declared any intentions yet. Word on the street is that some PDP members are seriously pushing for his return. They believe he still has the structure and public goodwill to give the ruling party a tough time. On the other hand, Peter Obi, who has already declared interest in running again, says he's only coming for one term. But then again, the obedience movement, a strong support base, is calling on Jonathan to back Obi instead of running. Now, here's where it gets more interesting. Some believe Obi should actually step down for Jonathan, according to a report by Daily Trust. There's even unconfirmed gist that Jonathan might have offered Obi a ministerial position in exchange for stepping down. Whether that is true or not, nobody can say for sure. At the same time, the move to zone the presidency to the south has sparked more internal conversations, and as we speak, there are talks going on between party leaders Jonathan and Obi. But to add another twist to this story, Kenneth Okonkwo just dropped his opinion about all this, including Obi's possible union with ADC and what this could mean for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Take a listen.
If you check, they were asking that INEC should not recognize.
Yes.
It was refused. Now INEC has recognized. You can no longer go by the way of injunction. So this is dead like dodo. They can only proceed to begin to plead their cause as in the substantive suit. And after the hearing, that's when the judgment will come.
Well, you say that all the people that should
so
be
this
happy,
case is dead.
all the people that should be happy are happy. That's
Very
what you
well.
said. That's what you said.
Yes, that should be happy are happy. And they include the National Working Committee that resigned voluntarily and in accordance with the ADC constitution.
Interesting. I like your choice of words when you say
fine.
all the people that should
be happy.
Because it doesn't say all the members of the party are happy.
Nowhere, anywhere, all the members of the party will be happy in any decision whatsoever.
Yeah, but
the ones that should be happy.
The people that were in the party,
Yes.
some of the people that were in the party, especially those who played prominent roles in the party.
Like who?
For instance, exactly, who was the presidential candidate in the last elections in 2023, clearly has not been happy with the developments in the 80s. Even before this injunction came or this recognition by INEC, he thinks that this takeover has just been an ambush of sorts. And I do not know what you make of people like him, who he's the most prominent of all the people that we have, that we have interviewed, because he was the presidential candidate. You also have a number of other people across the different states who seem unhappy. Yeah. What do you think that this sort of unhappiness could cause for the ADC moving forward?
First and foremost, you just read this court ruling. I did not hear the name of Kachuk. So he is not a party to any suit that I'm aware of. Then secondly, you said he was. 2023 election is concluded and gone.
Is he still a member of the party?
Well, presently, by the decision of the NEC, which they have the power by the control of ADC to do, he is not. Because he was suspended legitimately by the Constitution. Every constitution has its own rules.
So his happiness is inconsequential.
It is completely inconsequential. As far as I didn't meet him in the ADC, he was already suspended before I came into ADC. And so I cannot comment on a person who is not a member of ADC.
But then there have been other developments. Last time when you were on this program, we did take you up on, zoning, which you say you would not support your party to, zone, and you do not see the need for it as we go into the 2027 elections. However, yesterday we saw a meeting between Mr. Peter Obi and former President Goodluck Jonathan, who who has been wooed, or who people, a number of political parties are saying, look, if we are to actually go with the zoning formula and for parties to even have trust, maybe he will be the most viable candidate for the ADC to woo into its fold, or even the PDP to woo into its fold, to give the APC a good run for its money. But are you reading any meaning into that meeting that happened between Mr. Peter Obi and President Goodluck Jonathan?
In a democracy, the way that you reach decision is by dialogue, by compromise, by meetings, by conferences, by conventions, by congresses. So it is absolutely in order for politicians to meet and then take the decisions that they believe is in their own best personal interest and in the interest of the nation. And so we encourage dialogue amongst all our leaders.
Is the ADC...
Fantastic.
Is the
All your leaders, sorry,
Yes.
specifically, are you saying ADC leaders?
Absolutely.
Because President Goodluck Jonathan has not joined the ADC, last we checked.
Sure.
Is
There
he
is
being
nothing
wooed?
wrong.
Is he being wooed by the ADC?
I told you this the last time I came here. We are winning everybody,
Including Goodluck Jonathan?
including Keller, including Malcolm.
Including Goodluck Jonathan?
You know,
Including
so
Goodluck
everybody.
Jonathan?
You know, let me tell you the truth. In ADC, we emphasize membership even more than positions. And that reminds me about the sacrifice of Ralph Musu, a president or a national chairman of a party, stepping down in the interest of consolidating his party. The last time that he was asked, what is now your position? He said, floor member. Because the members of a political party, the people of a country, they are the bosses in a democracy. Democracy is the government of the people. We emphasize membership in ADC. Like I told you, David Mark said collective leadership. Everybody in ADC, every member is treated as a leader with equal respect, but no matter your position. So that's why we are emphasizing membership and the sacrifice that Ralph Nwosu has engendered in the party is carrying all of us along. You must be willing to make sacrifice.
Can you really wave, when you see this kind of meeting between Mr. Peter Obi and President Goodluck Jonathan, can you still dismiss, again, with a wave of the hand, this issue of zoning, which quite a number of people think will be really significant in the 2027 elections?
Now, what is zoning? Zoning is, if you consider section 14, subsection 3 and 4, it said that the composition of a government and the conduct of its affairs should be conducted in a manner that will ensure that there will be no predominance of an ethnic group or a section in a government in order to prevent dominating others. Just like what APC is doing now, that the president is appointing everything that is important, Yoruba, everything, by whatever name you call, that is important. So that offends zoning. So when you talk about
zoning, that's
whether
federal.
we are going to,
that's federal character.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So
That's
zoning
not the same
basically,
thing as zoning.
no, that is where the concept of zoning came. That every unit, federating unit, must be accommodated. For instance, the Constitution said in the election of your members of the executive of your party, 2/3 of the members must cover 2/3 of the states of Nigeria. That's zoning. So
Mr.
there's nowhere
Okonkwo,
in the,
I'm sorry
Yes.
to,
There's no way in the Constitution.
Just a moment. I
Right.
think it's important for us so that our viewers are not confused.
Yes.
They are
coming to your
they are
question.
closely related.
Yes.
The issue of zoning and federal character, but they're
Absolutely.
not quite the same thing.
No, you are talking about, when you talk about
We're talking about the
presidential,
leadership of the presidential candidate,
the
leadership of a
country.
party. Yes.
Good. Now, if you're saying it under ADC, and let me say this, zoning in terms of presidential election by any party is advisory. There is no way you guys, it's not constitutional. You cannot. The party can advise. APC in 2023, they said Lawan is the candidate chosen by APC, who eventually emerged. Tinubu. Tinubu said no. He's going to contest. And he's allowed by the Constitution to do so. So it's advisory. So what ADC is saying, in order to avoid rancor amongst us, I told you that the first leadership vision of David Mark is internal democracy. We are going to allow a free and fair contest where every aspirant should come in, contest, and whoever wins, the party will support that person.
Has
This
that
is the
has
position
that
of the
decision
party.
been taken already?
No, ADC has not even started having meetings.
Yeah, so how do you know that this is the stance of the ADC?
Because that is what the Constitution says. That is what internal democracy says. Irrespective of whatever ADC says, you must still allow whoever wants to contest to contest.
These primaries that have been thrown open to everybody.
No, it's not. Like I said, constitutionally, you can't restrict
it's going to be open
it.
primaries.
I wanted to explain to you what zoning was actually saying.
Well,
if the president now emerges, whether against the zoning arrangement of the party, the president will now have to ensure that he makes his appointment to reflect the federal character. That was where I was coming.
Okay, so the primaries that were thrown open in ADC for everybody to contest,
every interested
person.
Yes, in line with internal democracy.
So it's not an articleship.
No, how can it be?
Okay.
It's not possible. It is not just possible. This ADC was formed by negotiation of all the political opposition leaders. You saw them during the unveiling time. So I'm really surprised. Look, Atiku, as a Democrat, must go into primary. Let me tell you what happened. And you can check my interviews.
Okay.
When I was in Labour Party, as a spokesperson of P2B, I said Labour Party cannot reserve presidential ticket for P2B. Go and check my interviews. That he must go through primaries and emerge so that nobody will be dissatisfied. Then I was supporting him wholly. So I want you to understand the beauty of going into primaries so that you will attract other aspirants. And when they come into primary, whoever wins, they will be the support base that he would have from all the zones that will help him to win the general election. Winning the primary election does not make you president. The most important thing is the general election.
I'm still unclear as to what changed, though.
Yes.
I mean, with your support for Mr.
P2B.
No personal reason. I made it clear that Labour Party as our base, whatever happens to that party has happened to our alliance.
Why?
It's just it.
He's not a member.
He's not. Well, we don't know.
Well, he's a member by word of mouth of the ADC.
Of the ADC.
Good.
Well, so we would think that
your alliance
will continue with him in the ADC.
I have told you that whoever wins the election of ADC in the presidential primary, I will support. Yes, but I have told you that if Labour Party, that was the foundation of our relation, we met ourselves in Labour Party, is no longer there. Going forth will be a new arrangement. And you have the right to decide what you will do going forth.
So there's no impasse between both of you?
Don't know what?
There's no impasse between both of you?
I don't have any personal problem with my brother P2B. Nothing.
Okay.
No, nothing at all. No personal problem. Politically, I've told you my own strategy. What I think is a winning strategy. That's a different thing altogether.
Okay. Well, so as we move forward now, because, I mean, we do know that somehow the political temperature will now start to rise as political parties find their footing. The PDP is hoping to hold its convention in November. What are the next steps now for the African Democratic Congress?
The next step is consolidation. We have crossed the main hurdle. You know, a lot of people have been saying, even before we arrived, they say we were dead. I say, how can somebody who has not arrived die? You remember when they were saying dead on arrival? I said they are daydreamers. That is their wish. Now that we have been recognized by INEC according to the law, we fulfilled all the conditions, which is giving 21 days notice to INEC whenever you want to have any meeting to elect your leaders. That happened in 29 July. It is consolidation, right from the polling unit. So we will consolidate our executives from the polling unit to the ward, to the local government, to the state, and then to the national. And APC will go back to Bodilon.
Well, we also will be looking to see how that statement of yours is received by the All Progressives Congress. But we certainly will also be looking to see the developments within the
All Progressive Congress, you know, by whatever name called, is now a curse on this country. Look at all the things that are going on in Nigeria. Where is your president? Vacationing in France. People are dying in Zamfara, dying in Katsina. He said he's going on vacation.
No, it was work leave.
Work
He said
leave.
work leave.
There is no place in Nigeria that you can attract tourism where you can work. Look at what is going on with NEPA. Okay, now, our educational system, ASU is threatening to go on strike, telling you the instability in the educational system. The doctors and nurses are on strike or threatening to go on strike, telling you the instability going on in the healthcare. You just told me what is happening in the oil industry. Nupeng, this, going on strike, telling you the instability in oil industry. Look at the contractors. Since 2024, they have not been paid, telling you the risk that is going on in our infrastructural development. A country that the education, the healthcare, and the infrastructure are in problem is a country in distress. We have more malnourished children now in Nigeria than in Sudan. Can't you see that a woman, the child died because she couldn't afford transport to take the child to the hospital because of malaria? People are suffering, people are dying, and this president is vacationing in Paris, wearing the best of suits, laughing at the suffering of Nigerians.
So
God should save us from APC.
Just one moment. Are you saying then that if the presidential candidate of your party, I mean, as will emerge, should clean sheet in 2027, that person will never go on leave in 4 years?
Tinubu has spent more time, almost, abroad than in Nigeria. When did he return from the last one?
That hasn't answered my question.
No. What I'm saying is, I cannot speak for any other person, but I can tell you that most serious presidents with the problems Nigeria have, I don't see them vacationing in foreign countries, promoting the tourism of that foreign country.
Thanks for sticking around till the end. I'm your Talk City guy. As always, I'm here to break things down and keep you updated with what is really going on. If you enjoyed this video and you want more content like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. So, as for this Obi and Jonathan situation, because it's still Gelasi Bill, is this a genuine alliance for national interest or just another political move, just like what opposition parties are saying? But I want to ask you a question. Should Peter Obi really step down? Should Jonathan come back, or is this just more political chase before 2027? Let's talk in the comments. I really want to hear what you think.